The blood on my hands wasn't mine. The rain washed it away, but the feeling remained. My heart pounded as I stood in the empty street, the echoes of my footsteps fading into the night. Somewhere behind me, a door slammed. His voice called my name. I didn't turn back. I was trusting him until...
It all started on a rainy afternoon, the kind that makes the world feel softer, quieter. I was in a small cafe, wrapped in the scent of coffee and old books, when he walked in, Daniel. His smile was warm, his voice smooth, and from that moment, I was his. He wasn't just charming, he was magnetic. He made me laugh, made me feel safe. When we talked, it felt like time stopped. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before I knew it, we were inseparable. When he asked me to move in with him, I didn't hesitate. I trusted him. The first sign was small, a missed call at midnight, a whisper of perfume on his jacket that wasn't mine. Then the bigger things, late nights at work, vague explanations, the way his eyes would flicker with something unreadable when I asked questions. I told myself I was overthinking. "Lena, you worry too much," Daniel would say, kissing my forehead. "I love you, okay? That's all that matters." And I believed him. Until the message. It was a Sunday evening. Daniel was in the shower when his phone buzzed on the nightstand. One message, then another. I had never checked his phone before. I believed in trust, but something in my gut twisted. I picked it up. "Unknown number. I miss you. When will you tell her?" A second message appeared. "You promised, Daniel." The world tilted. My chest tightened. I was trusting him until now. I waited. When Daniel came out of the shower, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, his phone in my hands. His smile faded. "Lena, what's wrong?" I held up the phone. "Who is she?" Silence. Then he sighed, rubbing a hand over his face. "It's not what you think." I almost laughed. "Really? Because it looks like someone is waiting for you to tell me something." His jaw clenched. "It's complicated." I stood up, my heart hammering. "Then explain it to me." Another pause. That was all the answer I needed. Daniel sat down on the bed, his hands clasped together. "Her name is Eva. We were together before you. It ended, but she doesn't want to let go." A sharp pain stabbed through my chest. "You've been talking to her?" He hesitated. "Not like that. She needed help. She was going through something, and I didn't want to be cruel." My throat tightened. "So you lied to me instead?" "Lena, I swear, it's not what it looks like. I love you." The words felt empty now. I turned away. "I need time to think." His hand caught mine. "Please, don't go." I pulled away. I was trusting him until I realized love isn't built on lies. I should have left then. I should have walked away and never looked back. But love makes fools of us all. A week later, Daniel convinced me to stay. He swore Eva was in the past, that it was all a misunderstanding. He deleted her number in front of me. He promised, and I believed him, until the night I followed him. It was past midnight when he got a call. He thought I was asleep. He whispered into the phone, his voice urgent. "Not here. Meet me at the old place." The moment he left, I grabbed my coat and followed. I kept my distance as I trailed him to an abandoned warehouse on the other side of town. He stepped inside, and through a broken window, I saw her, Eva. She wasn't crying. She wasn't pleading. She was smiling. Daniel reached for her hand, and then he kissed her. The betrayal knocked the air from my lungs. My vision blurred with tears. I had been trusting him until this moment. I didn't confront him. I didn't need to. By the time he came home, I was gone. A single note sat on the kitchen table. "I was trusting you until I saw the truth. Goodbye, Daniel." I walked away that night with nothing but a broken heart. But sometimes, losing someone is the only way to find yourself again. And I was ready to begin again.